Good morning, students. Today is 26th of May, and we are coming to the third stage of capital adjustment in case of admission of new partner. I told you earlier there are three type of capital adjustment in case of new partner. Number one, when new partner brings his capital. When he entered to the partnership firm, he brings his own capital. Number two, when new partner not brought his capital and you have to calculate his capital. Capital not brought by new partner. Capital of new partner is not given. You have to calculate the capital of new partner on the basis of capital of remaining partner or old partner. Number three condition, adjustment of old partner's capital on the basis of capital of new partner. Adjustment of old partner's capital on the basis of capital of new partner. So three condition of capital adjustment. Number one, when the new partner come into the partnership firm, he brings us the capital. Number two, he is not bringing capital, but you have to calculate how much capital he will brought while enter into partnership. And third, the adjustment of old partner capital account on the basis of new partner's capital. So these are the three methods, these are the three adjustments. The first two I already told you. Today we will going to discuss the third one. Dear students, I am very happy to know that most of you have purchased the new edition of D.K. Goyal. It's very good because by that book you are able to understand the question more clear and you have sufficient question to make the practice of admission of a partner. Now we have the question which I am going to take is question number 115, page number 3.196 and the book is D.K. Goyal. So first we are coming to the question. We are directly coming to the adjustment. Provision for doubtful debts is to be raised to 2000. Provision for doubtful debts is to be raised to 2000. In the question you clearly say the provision is 800 and you have to increase up to 2000. It means it is an increase of 1200. It is a loss to the business. So it will be shown in the debit side of revaluation account. To provision for bad and doubtful debts, 800 was there and you have to manage 2000, so it will increase by, you can simply, it will increase by 1200. Then it's come stock to be depreciated by 5000, very clear, stock to be depreciated by 5000. Means the value of stock will be reduced by 5000. Naturally, this amount will come into the debit side of revaluation account. Debit side losses and expenses, credit side income and gain. So this item will be shown in the debit side of revaluation account. Here it's come to stock 5000. To stock 5000. Next point. Provision for to be made for outstanding expenses amounting to 2800. Provision be made for outstanding expenses amounting to 2800. Means outstanding means expenses which is yet to be paid. So it is a loss because it is yet to be paid and you have to show it is your expenses. So this expenses you will show in the debit side of a revaluation account by writing to outstanding expenses. Here, to outstanding expenses. So in your question, only there is three adjustment entry: provision for doubtful debts, stock for depreciation, and provision for outstanding expenses. No item is there. No item is there to any increase. Only three items, that is loss, and that is loss. So it will be shown into the debit side of revaluation account. It means the revaluation have only debit item, no credit item. When only debit item, no credit item, it means debit side is greater than the credit side. Debit side is greater than the credit side. It is a loss to the partnership firm. It is loss to the partner because that is made by the partner before incoming of new partner. And the losses of profit of revaluation being shared between old partner, old issue. So the total loss is 9,000 and their ratio is 2:1. So we will divide 9,000 into 2:1 and the result is 6,000 and 3,000. So children, we have prepared the revaluation account. In this question only depreciation expenses are there, no increase, no advantage. So only debit side item is there, no credit side item is there. Now we are coming to the capital account. Dear students, now we are coming to partners capital account. The important thing which I want to tell you, whenever the capital of old partner adjusted as per the capital of new partner, that time you have to make the capital account into two parts. In third condition, proportionate adjustment of capital as per the capital of new partner, the capital account will be made by two parts. As usual, first we will show the capital balances of old partner. The capital balances of old partner. Number 2, capital brought by new partner 40,000. Capital brought by new partner 40,000. Third condition says that goodwill of the firm is 45,000 and she is unable to bring goodwill. It means she is not able to bring goodwill in cash. When the goodwill is not brought in cash, it will be passed through new partner's current account. Firm goodwill given 45,000. Share of new partner 2/9 and he will bring goodwill of his share. 45,000 into 2/9 equal to 10,000. And when we solve the equation of old partner with the new old partner ratio with the new partner ratio, we find only Mr. A is sacrificing, B is not sacrificing. So as I already told you, when one partner sacrifices, the whole of the goodwill amount will be given to that partner. And in this question, only A being sacrificed. So by C's current account, or you can say goodwill will be passed through new partner's current account. Now we come to the debit side. Losses of revaluation given. Then question clearly says it is a profit loss account. As I already told you, if the profit loss given on the asset side, it will be debited. If the profit loss given in the liability side, it will be credited between old partner, old issue. So it is given the asset side, so it will be debited between old partner, old issue. To PL, old partner, old issue. And nothing given in the out question, then we will make the balancing figure. Difference between debit and credit. Difference between debit and credit. These are the balances of difference between debit and credit. As I already told you, in such condition, the capital account will be made in two parts. So these balances we will carry over to the second part. 52,000, 31,000 and 40,000. Now question says capital of old partner be adjusted as per the capital of new partner. Now see how the adjustment will take place. We have to make the adjustment of capital of old partner as per capital of new partner. New partner brings, for 2/9 he brings capital of 40,000. For 2/9 he brings capital of 40,000. We have to find out the total capital of the firm. The ratio will be reciprocal. It is 40,000 into 9 by 2. It is 40,000 by 9 by 2. The total capital of firm is 1,80,000. Once again, for 2 by 9 it is 40,000. It is therefore 1. It will be 9 by 2. The total capital of the firm is 1,80,000. It will be shared between all partners in new ratio. It will be shared between all partners in new ratio. Here we share the capital amount of 1,80,000 between all partners, that is ABC, in 4 ratio, 3 ratio 2. The amount of 80,000, 60,000, 40,000. This amount will be shown in the debit side of second part of the capital account. Then we will see how many capital a partner bring or carry over with him. If the amount is excess surplus, he will withdraw the amount. If the amount is deficit, he will bring the amount. So as per our calculation, A must have a capital of 80,000, B must have a capital of 60,000, and C there will be no change. I am just coming to capital account, but first I will tell you the old balance of A is 52,000. Firm required 80,000. It means he will bring cash 28,000. The capital A have 52,000. Firm required 80,000. That is a shortage of 28,000. So he will bring deficit of 28,000 in his account. Same way, firm requires 60,000, where the B have only 29,000. So he have to bring 31,000 for the firm, thus making his balance 60,000 as well as the 80,000. Listen, excess amount they will withdraw, deficit amount they will bring. Sometimes the question says that pass the entry through a current account. So nothing to worry, you need not to make any current account. Instead of cash account, you will write down cash account. So this is the adjustment of capital of both partner as per new partner's capital. Now we are, as I already told you, we will carry over the balances to the second part. We have carried over the balances to the second part. While we calculate the total capital of the firm, it's come 1,80,000. 1,80,000 will be shared between all partners. Remember, new partner amount never changes. Firm require 80,000 from Mr. A, where the A have only 52,000. So he will bring 28,000. Firm required from B 60,000, where the B have only 31,000. So he will bring 29,000 more. So this is the amount they will bring, or you can say when they have a deficit they will bring, when they have a surplus they will withdraw. Remember, when they have a deficit they will bring, when they have a surplus they will withdraw the amount. So thus we will make the capital account in two parts. Then we will make the capital account into two parts when there is a capital adjustment. Okay children, now we are coming to the balance sheet. One thing, as I always says, date must be there. Balance sheet as at. If this is not mentioned, it means directly deduction of half marks in board or comparative. First we will pick up the liability side. I think there is no change in creditors. So creditors 25,200. Already you know that there is an increase in the provision for bad and doubtful debts from 800 to 2,000 as adjustment sees. 800 there, 1,200 more adjustment is there. The total provision for bad and doubtful debts is 2,000. Third adjustment you know very well, outstanding expenses. We will again show the adjustment, outstanding adjustment. Now we will show the capital adjustment or capital we find out on the basis of new partner capital. That capital will be shown into new balance sheet. You find out the capital of all partners 80,000, 60,000 and 40,000. 80, 60 and 40. I think there is no new or there is no other head in the liability side. Remember, you will take up the capital balances of all partners, which is fixed, decided by the basis of the new partner's capital. Here the total is 21 lakh. Now we are coming to the asset side. Cash we will discuss later on by making cash account. Debtors 20,000, no change. Stock clearly says deduction of 5,000. Stock it is 40,000. 5,000 reduced, it comes to 35,000. Building no change. As I told you many times, when the goodwill not brought by new partner in cash, it will be again shown into closing balance sheet asset side by new partners current account. Still one amount is left, that is cash. How we will calculate it, I will tell you on the next slide. Now we are coming how the cash will come. So you have to make cash or bank account. Sometime board allowed 1 mark for cash or bank account. Opening balance given in the old balance sheet. Capital brought by new partner. These two amount 28,000 and 29,000 brought by old partner due to deficit of their capital account. 28,000 and 29,000. Here 28,000 and 29,000. This is the credit side and it will be reciprocal. It will go into the debit side of cash account. Now in your question there is a bank overdraft. When you have a sufficient amount of cash, you have to pay bank overdraft before finalizing cash account. We have a bank overdraft 24,000. Here we have a sufficient amount of cash. So first we will pay the bank overdraft and the remaining balance we will show into cash account. Remaining balance we will show into balance sheet, closing balance sheet. It is 79,000. It is 79,000. So children, question is not tough one. You have to do more and more practice and you can do very well to this question. Tomorrow we will take one more question. Thank you and have a nice day.